Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the Strong Style Studios World Championship. This belt is awarded to the man that predicts the most matches correctly on Wrestlemania weekend 2013.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, Noah.
Well done, Noah.
As you heard, folks, Strong Style Studios will be awarding its first champion ever this WrestleMania weekend.
All the marbles are on the line.
Exactly.
Boom.
All of them.
We will be making predictions for Evolve, Ring of Honor, Dragon Gate, CHIKARA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and of course, WrestleMania. The man who has the most correct prediction points will win that prestigious title.
Hopefully a lot of points to the winner, else we predicted all these matches wrong.
A belt that's going to be defended
regularly.
Yes.
Also, one thing we want to point out is for this prediction, if any matches change hand during the show,
right,
then the points are null and void for that match.
Yes.
That said, let's get previewing and predicting. First up for Friday afternoon is the Evolve show, Evolve 19. It will feature the Evolve Championship Tournament. We got a few matches in the card. We're going to cover it really quickly because we're not going to be watching this show, unfortunately. But the first match is is a four-way
for the Strong Style. No,
to get into the Evolve Championship. The tournament is very complex. We're not going to go into it right now. But the match is Rich Swans versus Samurai Del Sol versus Sami Callihan versus Jigsaw in the first round bracket match. I'm pretty excited for this match just because there's a lot of guys in this match. I think it's going to be a pretty good way to open the show and a lot of fun. My prediction is Sami Callihan for this match.
I agree with you 100%. I think this is going to be a fun match. It's going to open up the show really well. And I also agree that Sami Callihan will be your winner.
Okay.
I agree on all counts, and that's all I have to say.
Okay. The next match will be, well, actually we have it differently, but we're down here. But the next match will be the other qualifier for the semifinals of the Evolve Championship Tournament, which will be AR Fox taking on John Davis. I actually have AR Fox here stealing the win. And I think this is going to be a really interesting, because they had a really great match at the, what was it, the Styles Tournament or whatever thing?
Style Battle.
Style Battle, yeah. They had a really, really great match. Had a really great finish, too, to that match, I heard. So I'm looking forward to this match. I think this could be a really solid match. But I have AR Fox here winning.
Okay.
I'm going to go with John Davis. I feel like he's a big guy that they've been trying to push over. I think that they're going to still try and push him over in this match. I'm going to go with John.
Okay.
Yep, I'm going with John Davis as well. AR Fox is a guy that they like and are big on, but Davis is a guy they've wanted to push really bad for a while and haven't been able to. This, in my opinion, would be a good opportunity for them to do what they want with him. So I'm going John Davis.
Wow, I'm actually really stupid because I wrote down John Davis to win the next round, but I...
That does not make sense.
No, so I guess I meant to pick John Davis, but
no, you didn't. Put... Oh, you...
Oh, I guess I'm... Well,
botched.
Yep, I botched. So I will change my pick to John Davis because I actually haven't won the next round, so whoops. Okay, the next round, the winner of the first round match, the four-way, will face Chuck Taylor to go advance on to the finals. This all depends on who wins the first match. I do see Sami Callihan advancing from the four-way and winning this match to go into the finals.
I have the same. Again, Taylor, I don't think they're that huge on. They kind of view him as a comedy guy still. He wins matches, and he seemed to be pushed more at the beginning. I haven't watched a ton of Evolve, but it seemed like he was pushed more at the beginning, and he's still in big matches, but he's not like a guy that they want to be featured as much as, say, a Sami Callihan. In my opinion, I'm going Sami.
Yep.
I have to agree with everything Justin said. Yep. I'm going with Sami and Callihan.
It's really a shame, Chuck, but I think this would be a great match.
Chuck Taylor does deserve something. He's really good.
Chuck works very well with anyone, so no matter who wins is in the match with him.
One of my favorite guys on the industry.
Very, very difficult to predict talk about a match that we don't even know if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Next up is the fourth round, or the other part of the bracket.
Is tough,
yes. Which will be Ricochet taking on either AR Fox or John Davis. We all have predicted John Davis to go into this match. I actually have John Davis winning this match. Again, like you guys said, he's very dominant. I think that Gabe really wants to push him hard as this big muscle guy, so I agree that he will go on to win this match.
I agree that John Davis is the guy that they want to push, but I did pick Ricochet in this match because I feel... like
you would.
Not only am I in love with Ricochet,
exactly,
but also I feel like he's a guy that, even though that they wanted to push John Davis, Ricochet is a guy that just got over, just because
He's
You
awesome.
can. Exactly. Just because he's got those
He's that damn
sexy
good.
abs.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was too much.
Wait, it was a little much. You said you are in love with him.
Well, you know.
It's not gay if it's Ricochet.
Well, I mean, it's not
It's not gay if it's Ricochet.
Yeah, it's not gay if it's Ricochet.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you a pass.
Okay.
That should be a rap song.
All right,
It's not
so
gay if it was Ricochet.
yeah. Ricochet versus John Davis. This is the one I was most conflicted on because I want Ricochet to win this entire tournament. I think that he could because he's really hot right now in terms of his overness. He's been having lots.
Yeah, oh yeah.
His matches have been really good. He's been the crowd. Okay, it's down. The crowd's really behind him. I think he's going to be a factor in the Evolve title scene immediately, but I'm going John Davis because I think they want to push him more immediately. So I'm thinking Jonathan.
Okay. And in the finals, this will be the final match, and this is obviously completely up to interpretation for who he thinks is going to win the matches. I'm going to go with, it's going to be John Davis and Sami Callihan in the finals, and I think it's going to be a great, hard-hitting match. I think this is just going to be brutal, and I think that they might have, like maybe even Sami Callihan try to make maybe a face turn almost in this match with John Davis, how he's he keeps fighting through and really muscling through. And I see Sami Callihan winning the Evolve tournament and becoming the first ever Evolve champion.
Yeah, I'd have to totally agree with that. I'm going to go with Sami Callihan, even though I have him up against Ricochet, which is tough. It's tough.
Yeah,
but I think that Sami Callihan's the guy that they really want to put over. He's a big name on the indie scene. He deserves the title. This is his time.
I'm going to differ, so here's some points differential here. I'm picking John Davis, not the guy I want to win. I would much rather have Sami or Chuck Taylor or Ricochet or any of those guys, but Davis isn't bad. He's believable as a guy that, you know, hard to... He's just a big dude, a very intimidating dude. Like, you buy him as hard to beat immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what they want to do, I think. Sami, I could see them definitely putting the belt on. This was a hard choice. I'm going John Davis.
All right, and then next up we have a tag team main event, which will be the Young Bucks taking on the Super Smash Brothers. If anyone has seen their matches from PWG, you just know that these guys are going to have a spectacular match. Probably not going to be a blowaway match because obviously this is the first match of a weekend, and they got a lot of other matches to do.
It's Evolve.
But I expect this to be really, really great. I expect the Bucks to get a win here, just to give them a nice little win leading into tomorrow night's show where they're going to be going up against Shima and AR Fox for the titles. So I see the Young Bucks winning here, no question.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm with the Bucks.
Okay.
I'm going the Bucks, and as far as this match goes, I'm more excited for this than anything else on the show. Okay. Even though title tournament's going to be interesting to see who they pick, but you know this match is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. And next up we have another tag team match, which is Johnny Gargano versus Brian Kendrick taking on the team of Orange Cassidy and Drew Gulak. No clue why this is on the show. I like Orange Cassidy from the Gentleman's Club. He's a funny guy.
I'm okay with it being the show, but
him and Brian Kendrick are going to have some interesting interactions, I think. But wrestling-wise, this is going to be nothing special. I see Johnny Gargano and Kendrick going over, no question.
I just wish Orange Cassidy didn't wrestle. He just gave his movie reviews.
He's hilarious.
Watch Chuck Taylor's Gentleman's Club.
Oh, it's great.
It's funny.
He says the N-word.
He does.
It's a funny part.
He does.
It's racist, but it's funny.
Okay, anyway.
It's not racist if it's Chuck Taylor.
Okay. I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to go with
exactly.
Gargano and Kendrick versus the Gentleman's Club. This is an obvious choice for me. I'm picking Gargano and Kendrick. If the Gentleman's Club wins, no, it's just going to suck.
Yeah.
Don't book that, Gabe.
Yeah. Right, I got to go with Gargano, Kendrick. I mean, the other two guys don't have a match the rest of the
versus
weekend,
comedy jobbers. Yeah, not a
Kendrick Gargano.
Yeah. This is probably like intermission match or something like that, or after the intermission.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the last match in the card, which is a no disqualification match between Eric Cannon and Scott Reed. This match, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what the build-up is, like with the scene. I guess they're feuding with the DUS or something like that. I have no idea. I'm going to go with Eric Cannon just because, as far as hardcore matches go, Eric Cannon's the guy to bet on, I think.
I think this match is probably going to be terrible, but Scott Reed has Caleb Conley, who doesn't wrestle for shit, and his manager, who gives a fuck. So I'm going to go with Scott Reed.
Larry Dallas.
Right.
Okay.
They don't know the background. Should I just...
We'll talk about that another time. Let's not...
No, but he's got to make his picks.
I know, but I thought you were going to go into the rant about the story or whatever. Sorry,
well, might as well. We're not going to talk about it again.
Yeah, fuck it. Go.
Fuck it, yeah. The scene, we went to a Dragon Gate USA show. It was a great show. We love the show.
Untouchables 2012. Great show.
Super Smash Bros. Created a watchable match against the scene. The scene, Caleb Conley did No moves.
Not one.
Not a single move was delivered that day.
And on the DVD, over the sound, you can hear Noah here yelling out.
Learn some move. I said go to wrestling school is what I told him.
What did you say, Noah?
I think I said something to the effect of, Conley, do one fucking move.
And he didn't. He refused.
He didn't know. He refused.
But the match was still good because the Super Smash Bros. Were that good.
But you added the, God damn it, Conley, you can do one fucking move.
Sorry, I was just frustrated.
It was hilarious.
I'm going with Scott Reed because he's got all those assholes with him, so.
Okay,
I'll take Cannon because Reed is less over, and I don't know the story. I haven't watched much of Oliver Dragon Gate. It's impossible to follow because everything comes out 6 months later.
Yep.
I'm much less into Evolve than like anything else we're reviewing. I'm sorry, it's okay, but I'm going with Cannon just because I know who he is more than Reed. So.
But yeah, the tournament in the Young Bucks Super Smash Bros. Match.
Yeah.
Make this worth checking out. I think.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, maybe like the $10 deal, whatever.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then next up for Friday night at 7 o'clock, I believe, maybe 8 o'clock. I don't know. We got to check the time. But we have Supercard of Honor 7, Ring of Honor,
which we will be
watching live, and we will be
together.
pumping up. Yep, we'll like a family.
Yeah, we're watching WrestleMania together as well.
But we are going to be cranking out this review as soon as the show is over. But we are super excited for this show.
For the Supercard.
We are super excited for the Supercard.
Should be awesome.
This is an amazing show from the card. Let's start with the first match, which is ACH and Tadarius Thomas taking on QT Marshall and a mystery partner. ACH and Tadarius Thomas, I like those guys a lot. I think ACH is the next big high flyer in the world of wrestling. Tadarius Thomas, I like him. He's pretty good. He's improving quite a bit. QT Marshall hasn't pissed me off in a while, and the mystery partner leaves a trail of intrigue. Plus, R.D. Evans is going to be at ringside, and he's always entertaining as hell. I love R.D. Evans so much. So I expect this match to be fun, and should get the crowd going. But I have ACH and Tadarius Thomas going over here.
All right, yeah, I have ACH and Tadarius Thomas. Obviously, we don't know who the mystery partner is, but it's just the Marshall factor. They kind of put him over a little bit, but I'm hoping and thinking that the combined efforts of ACH and TD are, more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? More enticing to put over than a QT Marshall and anybody team, really.
I agree.
Right. I would have to agree with that.
Took forever to say what I wanted to say, but continue.
I went with ACH and TD also. I think that they're going to win over QT and whoever his partner may be.
There's a lot of room. Might be a Japanese guy.
Right.
Well,
I mean, he might get a great partner. Either way, I think ACH and TD is the way to go. I don't think
it's probably gonna be some guy we haven't.
Is a good idea.
I'm just gonna guess it's some guy we don't really know. It's a newer guy.
It'll be Kiritaro.
That would be kind of funny, and I'd
like a lot better match than what I'm expecting.
That'd be pretty awesome. Okay, next up we have Team ROH take on Team Scum, which is BJ Whitmer, Mark Briscoe, Mike Mondo, Caprice Coleman and
Caleb Conley. Thank God.
Oh God.
Stay away from my
Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander taking on the team of Jimmy Jacobs, Cliff Compton, Rhett Titus, Jimmy Rave, and Rhino. This is probably going to be the first in a very long series of feud between Ring of Honor and Scum. Obviously, it's important to get Scum over as a top threat, so obviously I see them going over here, no question. And especially because I think that this Ring of Honor team is kind of like the, I don't want to say the B guys of the Ring of Honor, but like kind of like the guys you don't see as the major people that are going to stop Scum.
They don't feel like a cohesive team.
Exactly. You know.
So I'm going Scum as well. They got to put Scum over because they got to do exactly what TNA didn't do with Aces and Eights here. They got to put these guys over immediately. Keep them over.
Yeah,
I also went with Scum. Unless they want to go the Aces and Eights route, they need to go with Scum.
I very much
don't.
I'm very excited for what they're doing with Scum. I think it's pretty good right now.
Agreed.
And next up, we have the match that we are probably most excited for all of WrestleMania weekend, which is Carl Machine Gun Anderson.
All of
WrestleMania. You ruined the moment. You know.
I'm sorry, but you said you put words in my mouth.
Sorry.
Tanahashi Okada, my man.
Okay. Sorry, Carl Machine Gun Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Taking on the gatekeeper of Ring of Honor, Roderick Strong.
The gatekeeper, is this like Ghostbusters or something?
He calls himself
the gatekeeper.
He calls himself like the gatekeeper of ROH on Twitter. So
he is.
I will agree with that. Roderick Strong is the guy you put in a ring when you want to find out how good someone is.
If you're tough, you're going to go against Roderick Strong.
You don't need to prove how good the machine gun is.
I agree. But they have to prove to the crowd. And,
right.
But this match is going to be phenomenal. I have no doubt this is going to be like one of the best matches on the whole WrestleMania weekend.
Beat the living balls off each other.
I hope so.
I mean, these guys can dish it out and take
Roderick is going to have a fight on his hand. I guarantee that.
Oh,
This is going to be amazing. I have Carl Anderson going over here just because I think that ROH kind of wants to give. Obviously, Roderick Strong is such a guy that he doesn't need to. The wins and losses don't matter to him at this point. I think Carl, they want to get him over pretty well with the crowd, and I think that they want to get a nice, solid relationship going with New Japan Pro Wrestling to maybe do business in the further. So I see Carl going over here, and I think that the crowd is really going to react very positively to that win.
I felt this was the most difficult match to pick. It might not be the only one I get wrong, obviously, but if I do get it wrong, but I'm going Carl Anderson as well. This is tough because I do think they had Forever Hooligans lose, and they still had a very nice match, so it's still over, and they could do that here, but I think Anderson, ROH has never shied away from giving outside talent a win and making them look good, and they kind of reciprocate back and forth with other promotions. I hope that's what they're doing here with New Japan. So they'll bring in more guys, so we get more New Japan in ROH. I don't think that's going to happen, but somebody like that.
Dare to dream.
We can dream, yeah. We can dream. But Anderson... He's on fire in New Japan. Either of these guys, see, the winner of this match isn't as important as how good this match is going to be. So I'm going with Anderson, but I'm just rooting. I'm just happy to see this match.
We just want a good match.
Yeah, and Roderick has no problem losing, like you said. Either guy doesn't.
Okay.
So.
For me, I think that the idea of having a New Japan main eventer coming over more than this one weekend, I think that's kind of a pipe dream. I don't mean to step on anybody's toes, but I'm going to say I'm going to go with Strong to win because I don't think that we're going to see a lot of main eventers come over to put over ROH guys. I think this is going to be kind of a one-time thing.
Sure.
So I'm going to go with Strong. I hope it's not one time. I hope the floodgates open for the New Japan guys, but I doubt it, so I'm going to go with Strong.
Okay.
But even if it's one weekend, I don't think that factors in the result that much because they brought in like Kobashi and Misawa and guys from like Noaa, and they had an ongoing relationship with them, which I guess that did factor. But
I hope you're not comparing Misawa and Kobashi to Anderson. I hope that's not happening.
No, but Anderson's
no fighting, guys. No fighting. Okay.
I'm not going to compare anybody to those guys.
Yeah. Okay, next up we have a #1 contenders match they're calling it.
This is going to be good as well.
This is going to be really good. Jay Lethal taking on unbreakable Michael Elgin.
Is he breakable? That's the question.
Yes. This, I think, is going to be really cool because very different styles. You got Lethal's very quick, agile, getting some good power moves when he needs to, but Elgin just a machine in the ring. I think it's going to be a great match. I see Michael Elgin going over here to help build up. I think he might be the one to take the belt off Steen.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think so. I just have a feeling he's going to be.
I think Adam Cole might. It's good. It's Elgin, in my opinion. I think Cole might win because he's the last guy, but Elgin maybe. Okay. Anyway,
but I have Elgin going over here.
Yeah. I have Elgin going over. This match is going to be great. Both these guys are pretty much money. Like, if you're going to pick out like a bad match, either of these guys have had like hardly ever.
Elgin versus Charlie.
Elgin maybe like that. It doesn't count. Pick out a bad match these guys have with everybody who doesn't suck total ass and who's a good match. So Lethal and Elgin both been like he had that amazing match with Steen. He had that amazing match with Davey Richards. He's starting for a while. I was kind of soured a little bit on Lethal. I think he wasn't quite living up to expectations, but lately he's been blowing me away.
I agree.
I think he's there now.
He's impressed me. Yeah, he's definitely a top guy in Ring of Honor.
But Elgin, I think Lethal just lost. And he also failed to win at that show earlier in the year, or November, Killer Instinct. He failed to win. It was no contest, but he failed to win. So I'm going Elgin here.
Okay.
I am also going to go with Elgin, but this was a difficult pick for me.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of scum involvement. Maybe just distraction, maybe coming out and just watching the match, just enough to distract Jay Lethal. I think that the idea of staying in Lethal's head is going to be a big deal because just the way that the 11th anniversary ended, where Jay Lethal was the target of everybody's hatred.
He has been from Carino and Rhino for several.
Yes, I think that there's going to be some involvement. I think that this match is going to I don't want to say suffer, but it's going to have that aspect to it.
It's going to help further the storyline.
Right. So I'm going to go with Elgin also.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up, we have a three-way match for the Ring of Honor television title. We have the champion, Matt Taven, taking on Adam Cole and Matt Hardy. This match I expect to be really fun. I think all three of these guys are pretty good workers, even Matt Hardy. I think it's just going to be mainly like a story of like Adam Cole trying to get his hands on Matt Hardy. And I think just Taven's going to steal a win and get a quick victory and help solidify him as like a guy he can like have bragging rights like that. Oh, I beat Matt Hardy and Adam Cole. I'm the best, you know. And also, my dad, Truth Martini is going to be hilarious because I love Truth Martini.
That's given.
Yeah.
I agree completely with your logic of him stealing the win at the end between these two guys fighting out, furthering the feud between Cole and Hardy.
AKA
and still,
ROH and Scum.
Neither of those guys need this. This belt does not need to be involved in that feud. Taven can retain the belt. Continue looking good. I was impressed with his match with Adam Cole at the previous pay-per-view. I liked it. Yeah. So, Taven.
Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? You guys pretty much nailed it. I think that Taven might hit a couple more moves we haven't seen from him yet, but I think he's going to steal the win.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's going to like run in, like cover the guy and like whatever.
It's going to be one of those throws.
I expect like maybe Matt Hardy hits the twist of fate, and then like he runs in, hits Matt Hardy with a move, and then he covers Matt Hardy or something like that. I expect him to get the win on Matt Hardy. That way he can say, I beat Matt Hardy and Adam Cole.
I don't think it really matters to either way. A roll up, either way, it's not going to hurt anybody.
Just my logic.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Next up, we have the match for the ROH World Tag Team titles with the team of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, a.k.a. Red Dragon, taking on the American Wolves, Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards. Anyone that's seen their match at Final Battle knows these guys have great chemistry, and they're going to do a great match. I expect this match to be better than their match at Final Battle. I expect them to do some crazy stuff and just, you know, maybe even try to steal the show. But I expect Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly to go over here because they just won the belt. And obviously, they're going to want to get them the big win over Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards again, and maybe set up for a rubber match down the road sometime.
Okay. I also have Red Dragon because largely they just won the belts. Their win was like it was like a surprise, but it was like they won everybody over with their performance in the match. Because going in, nobody thought they had a chance.
We certainly didn't.
No, we didn't. But it worked. And they're going to continue their momentum facing a team they've already faced. And this is like a huge... We got Kyle versus Davey. This is an ongoing feud here. The Wolves, I mean, they're automatic. This is going to be an amazing match. The Wolves don't need this win, though.
No, absolutely not.
So I think Red Dragon goes over. I think this is going to be an awesome match. Can I just say I love every match Davey Richards is in? I know you can say what you want about what he does outside the ring. I love all of his matches.
Davey Richards was one of the first guys I really fell in love with when I started watching Ring of Honor.
I haven't seen a bad match from Eddie either, and
Eddie's great.
rarely from Kyle. And Bobby, since he's joined Kyle, has been really good.
He's a classic.
This team is awesome, and I'm very excited about this team.
I love that they like dress up really nice for the promos and stuff. Like
they
Bobby, I saw one.
They got the scarves and stuff.
Yeah, Bobby Fish was like wearing like hipster glasses for one promo. I thought
they're supposed to look douchey, but they look cool.
Yeah, cool. Bobby Fish looks like a mini Austin area.
He's got swag.
He's got swag.
Okay. I got to agree with both of you guys. I'm going to go with Red Dragon, and don't be surprised if this is the match of the night.
I wouldn't be surprised. Next up, we have the main event, which is Kevin Steen defending the ROH World Title against Jay Briscoe. And, I was kind of mixing this match because I thought, like, oh, well, it's Jay Briscoe. That's kind of weird to have him in the main event because they haven't been pushing him as a main event guy or a singles guy forever. But at the same time, like, it makes sense because Jay Briscoe he's the guy. He's been in Ring of Honor since day one, as he's said multiple times. But just the crowd in New York is going to go crazy for this match. I expect it to be brutal. I expect these guys to be fighting and just beating the hell out of each other. And actually, they have a really good feud back to together when Steen was with El Generico and Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe. So I expect this match to be amazing. I think this match could be the one that steals the show just on like how hot the crowd is for it. But obviously, I think Kevin Steen's going to win here, no question.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you. I think that Steen's going to win. But I must say that of all of Jay's title matches, maybe aside from his match against Samoa Joe, this is the match where I felt like it would be the most acceptable if he won.
I agree.
I feel like a lot of his old matches, people would have been
just thrown in there, really
upset. Yeah. But he's so over with the TV crowd. He's so over with the house show crowds that I'd be even if he won, I wouldn't care.
No,
I'd be totally okay with that.
If Jay Briscoe won, we probably have the biggest mark-out moment of our
Absolutely.
lives.
But I'm going with Steen.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel. I don't know. A lot of people, when this was first announced, because of what you said, people are looking at Jay, they're like, he's not going to win. He's always just throwing in these matches.
Yep.
I'm super excited for this just because, if nothing else, this match is going to be awesome because Jay is so reliable. Steen is super reliable.
Yep.
Jay is on top of his game.
Oh, he's been great.
And he's underrated as a singles guy because of his tag team success.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
I agree.
So I'm picking Steen, by the way, but this is Jay. I'm super excited for this matchup.
Yeah.
So
Jay and Mark are a victim of their own success, really.
pretty much.
All right. Next up, we have the Saturday CHIKARA show, which will not be airing on iPay-per-view, unfortunately, but it will be out on DVD eventually. Knowing CHIKARA, they'll probably crank it out like the day after the show.
I believe they have video on demand, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it won't be too long.
Some shows they do right away, some they wait.
I'm sure that this is one of those.
Yeah, they'll be
probably
bringing us
put
out
it right
fast.
out. So
Yeah, probably.
Keep an eye out for
No,
it.
the first match is Saturine versus Cobalt, and a kind of a rookie versus rookie match. I have Saturine going over here just because I think that CHIKARA is really kind of trying to push her as like their next top female in the promotion, and I think she might get a win here.
I'll agree with you. This is a pick'em for me. I don't know who's going to win. I'm picking Saturine because they could justify picking either one, but Cobalt, I don't think he really needs a win because he's partially because he's part of a team that I feel is going to be put over in a short period of time. But yeah, I'm going Saturine.
Okay.
I went with Cobalt. I like Saturine. I think she's a beautiful girl. I don't know if she's definitely still green.
Yeah.
But Cobalt just had a big match where he won against Dasher recently. And I just feel like it would be good for, I don't know if the team has a name, but
the Dark Army.
Dark Army. I think it'd be good for the Dark Army if Cobalt won here. So I went with Cobalt, even though I'd rather see Saturine win.
Next up, we have 3.0 and Akuma and Marty Jannetty.
Akuma.
Yeah. Oh no, Booyah Kuma. Yes.
Okay.
And Marty Jannetty, who is going to be here for this weekend, taking on the team of Fist, Johnny Gargano, Chuck Taylor, Icarus, and Sugar Dunkerton. Let me just add right now, I'm not really a fan of Marty Jannetty being on this show, just because I don't think Marty should be wrestling in his condition. I mean, his ankles are just
destroyed.
Yeah. And like they're actually like he's like been like they're like asking for money online to help get him a surgery or whatever.
I mean, if you look it up online, they're really they're ugly.
Yeah.
Even if you look at him when he's wearing his boots, you can tell his legs are just messed up.
I don't know why they booked him for this.
And I haven't liked any of his matches really in CHIKARA.
No,
I just gotta say that.
But I see 3.0 and Akuma and Marty Jannetty going over here just because you have 3.0 who are the tag team champions. I think you want to give them a win on WrestleMania weekend. You have Marty Jannetty, so you want to have the nostalgia of like, oh yeah, he won, he beat the the Dastardly Heels, whatever. So I see them going over here.
I'm gonna have to differ with you on that one. Also, I'm gonna go with Fist. I think that since Jannetty's in the match, he's a guy that they're not gonna see as a regular. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the guy that takes the pin. 3.0's got the title. They don't need a win. Fist. Maybe this will kind of be a way to get them back into some sort of a title picture. I'm going to go with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know who's going to win, honestly.
Yeah,
this is a pick 'em again. I've also picked, with Alex, I've gone 3.0, Akuma and Jannetty. They haven't really given Jannetty a big win. Like, I don't know. Like, 3.0 needs this win less because they are the champions. And like you said, they couldn't put them back in the title picture. So, I don't know. Fist, they've been trying to push Icarus and Sugar Dunkerton working together better, but they might say, like, as a whole team, they're still dysfunctional. They still play up the dysfunction here and there. It's like they want to be a team, but they still lose matches. So I'm going 3.0 Akuma and Jannetty for not really good reason.
Okay, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Next up, we have an Atomicos match with the Colony, Fire Ant, Green Ant, and Assailant, and Frightmare, taking on Soldier Ant and the Colony Extreme Force. I expect it to just be fun. I mean, this is going to be a really great
It's going to be terrible.
He's so
the Colony Extreme Force is so... Have you seen them?
No, I have not yet.
They are the worst. Oh my god, they
Where's
are...
the Submission Squad?
I don't remember the Submission Squad, but...
They're not good.
They're... Oh, did you watch their match, Noah? Any of their matches?
I've seen a bit of it. I was hard to see.
The whole point is that they suck, but they really suck, and I hate their matches are so long. I'm sorry. I know one of the guys who's in it, and I like him. besides Soldier Ant. Sorry,
Yeah.
this sucks. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, as I was saying about the match, I just expect it to be fun. I mean, it's going to be kind of crazy with like all these different ants, which I really hope during this year they get rid of some of
Too
these
many ants.
Yes, too many ants. Too many limes and too
many ants.
Okay, but I expect this to be fun. I mean, it's going to be interesting with like Soldier Ant and the Colony Extreme Force, like how they're going to go up against the actual Colony. But I expect it to be fun, and I see the Colony and a Frightmare going over here with this win.
Okay, I go with the Colony and Frightmare as well because the whole point of the Colony Extreme Force is that they suck and they're dysfunctional and they screw over Soldier Ant. Would not make any sense, in my opinion, for Colony and Frightmare not to win. I'm going with them.
All right. Well,
you're different.
Given that,
maybe not.
I'm gonna have to go with that. Also,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to pick that team too.
Did you switch?
I did switch.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Switched.
Okay. All right then.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
They could put them over finally, but the point is that they suck. So I don't
haven't
know.
seen any of their matches.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Next up, we have Archibald Peck taking on Tim Donst, and this is going to be like I think the third match they've had together. The other two matches have ended in disqualifications or screwjob finishes or whatever. I see this as a match where I think Tim Donst is going to finally get put over big. I think he's going to win this match. Maybe not exactly cleanly, but like a little bit of shenanigans. But I think he kind of needs a big win after losing to Eddie Kingston at the iPay-per-view back in November. So I see this as kind of like where Tim Donst is going to get the win and kind of like start building up to him being a top guy in CHIKARA.
For me, I'm also going to go with Donst, but I don't think it's going to be a big win. I feel like it's going to be more of another way that he screws over Archibald Peck and maybe adds another member to his clan. I'm going to go with Donst.
Okay.
Just so you know, in the previous match, I could be the Colony Extreme Force could be the best team in CHIKARA. You wouldn't really know, and I could just be trying to screw you out of the pick.
Well,
So then I'd screw
it's already
myself.
been screwed then.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, I'm going to differ. I'm going to go with Peck just because he hasn't won any of the matches. He gets a win here. You could, again, like the first two matches, you could justify really either of these guys winning. I just think Peck is a guy they like and want to push, and if they do, I don't think he can lose to Donst 3 times in a row.
Okay. Next up, we have a 4-way elimination match with the team of the Spectral Envoy, Ultramantis Black, and Blind Rage taking on the Throwbacks, Mr. Touchdown and Dasher Hatfield versus the Batiri, Oberion and Kodama versus the Devastation Corporation. I expect this to be pretty fun. I expect that the Batiri are going to aim for the Spectral Envoy because of their big feud. I expect that Touchdown's going to be amazing in this match because he's awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, maybe, like, I think it'd be cool if Mr. Touchdown eliminated the Devastation Corporation or something like that. You know, give him a big win or something like that. Or maybe even eliminate Ultramantis Black or something, you know.
Yeah, because Black and Blind Rage aren't, I don't think they're going to...
Yeah, but I'm going to go with the Batiri winning this one because I really think that this is going to be the year that you see the Batiri become, like, a top team in CHIKARA. I see them probably challenging 3.0 for the titles eventually and maybe even winning them.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Batiri also. I believe that they are they're part of that big team. I think they're going to be some of the main heels in CHIKARA.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them at the top of the cards in tag team.
Yeah, I agree.
think that they're ready as far as tag team CHIKARA matches go. Got to go with the Batiri.
Okay.
I'm got to make it 3 for 3. I'm going with Batiri, and it's kind of weird because it's a forward match. We're all picking the same team, but I can see the Throwbacks going over. Other than that, I don't see the other two teams really going over. It's just because it's all about points accumulation. The Batiri, I don't know how many points they have. I don't think they have points.
I think maybe they have one or so.
Maybe one.
Maybe one.
I'm thinking about future matchups here. The Devastation Corporation just had their match and lost. Throwbacks could be inside the picture, definitely.
Did you say that Touchdown's in this match?
Yeah, he's
Touchdown
with the Throwbacks.
yeah.
I don't think that Touchdown's going to win he's going to be in the tag team for
No,
very
he's
long.
No, he's going to break out
Yeah.
for sure. That's why I think Batiri need this. I think they need to look strong. Also, I'm thinking about future matchups. 3.0 versus the Batiri is a good title matchup in the future. Also, that's a team they've been sitting on for a while, and it's actually like part of a faction who I think they should put over a lot more.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I'm Batiri.
Well, on that note about putting over the big stable, we have Amasis making his long-awaited return after what we thought was a career-ending injury, taking on his former partner Ophidian, which is a match I am very, very excited for, just because I think it's going to be a match that's really going to tell a great story, and I think this is going to be a really long feud that lasts. which is why I see Ophidian winning here, or probably stealing a win. Maybe like he'll like I expect like maybe like miss the face, or maybe like turns the mask so he can't see or whatever. You know, screw job finish though.
I got to go with that also. I believe that it's going to be some sort of a screwy finish. I don't think that Amasis winning this early in the feud does anything for the feud. I think that Ophidian needs to, unless it's a DQ.
Yeah.
I think that Ophidian needs to win this match somehow. He needs to steal it.
Okay.
I was extremely unsure of this match, just because they could go either way. I also picked Ophidian, so that makes it 3 for 3.
Okay.
Like, I first had Amasis like all the way, but thinking about it, like I could go either way, and I ended up leaning towards Ophidian, just because that could extend the feud out more, like you guys said.
They got an pay-per-view coming up in June, I think, which I think that may be the time when the Amasis gets his
Amasis comes back, gets the win, feud's basically over. So
right.
I don't know if they're going to do that and just have his big revenge right there on their WrestleMania weekend on their big show.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with Ophidian. For the record, I'm very excited for this match because on the last CHIKARA show, Amasis came in and beat up, the Dark Army or whatever, and got his hands on some of those guys, and he looks good. He looked ready to go.
I saw like a little clip of that. It looked pretty cool.
He looks like he's maybe not 100%, but he's looking in ring shape to me.
Okay,
So
that's good.
Yeah.
That was a big question we had about when them returning. Next up, we have Mike Quackenbush and a mystery partner, which I'm actually betting on being Shane Storm. Do you guys have any predictions about who it might be?
I think you're right in predicting a classic CHIKARA guy.
Yeah.
Could be any of those
Okay.
I wouldn't be
guys
surprised.
like, I don't know, Jolly Roger.
Yeah. Someone had
Crossbones or
someone
somebody.
had some idea. I can't remember who it was.
But
Dragonfly
I really hope it's
dude.
not that. What's that guy who wears like the chest?
That's exactly what he's saying. It says Shane Storm.
No, not Shane Storm.
Are you
but-
sure it's not Shane Storm?
No, he's got like the black mask and like he's got the fake pecs.
Hydro.
Hydro. If
Yeah.
it's Hydro, fuck.
Oh, it's Hydra, whatever I think.
Okay.
Hydra.
Hydra. Shane Storm's the guy who's like indestructible, though, right?
No, Shane
No.
Shane Storm is the guy with the Japanese move.
Who's the dude who's like got the armor and you can't?
That's Jolly Rogers.
No, Jolly Roger is the guy who looks like who's Jigsaw's brother and he wears the bandana. Shane Storm's the dude.
You're like the knight or whatever.
Shane
Yeah.
Storm's got the white
Mask
with
with
the
the
yellow,
clown mask,
and
yeah.
he's the one who.
He's the armor,
No.
right?
No,
No,
Are
he's
you
the
sure?
one who gave away the
CHIKARA special.
CHIKARA
No,
special
the guy you're
to
thinking of is
evil
the
guys.
knight guy. I can't remember what his name is, but
Regardless, pick the
Yes.
fucking match.
they're taking on. We have announced who they're taking on. They're taking on the team of Jigsaw and the Shard. I have Jigsaw and the Shard going over here because I really see. I think they're going to beat the guy who's the return partner or whatever. And I think this is just building up to eventually Mike Quackenbush is going to go after a Jigsaw one-on-one, which I expect to maybe be the pay-per-view. So I see Jigsaw and the Shard getting the win here.
I will agree, but hesitantly. Again, this was a really hard show for me to pick. Because the thing is, like, a lot of these are not feud-ending matches, they're feud-continuing matches.
Yeah,
That's the hard part about CHIKARA. It's like you could have either guy win to continue the feud in some cases. Jigsaw and Shard, they're building up as a tag team. I don't think they can lose yet as a tag team if they want to remain as over. I mean, Quack, depending on who it is, Quack and the other guy are going to be... Quack's super over on his own, but with a tag team aspect, I'm going to go Jigsaw and Shard.
I see what you guys are going for. I'm going to go differently. I'm going to go with Quack and his mystery partner just because I feel like that mystery partner is going to be a nostalgic
I agree with that, yeah.
And you guys, I'm sure you guys agree that it's going to be a nostalgic character.
Absolutely.
But I think that the only reason they're going to win is because it's a nostalgic character on Mania weekend. Maybe I got influenced by the hype of all the wrestling shows, but that's what I'm going with. The Quack and the question mark.
If somebody tell me who the dude with the armor is, because
I'll find out and I'll let you know.
Okay.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Okay.
All right, and the main event we have Eddie Kingston defending his grand championship against Hollow Wicked, in which will be probably a great match, maybe the match of the night here for CHIKARA. Hollow Wicked's a great worker. Eddie Kingston's great as well. I expect this to be pretty awesome. I don't see Hollow Wicked going over here. I know we talked about previously how CHIKARA is kind of anti-Kingston right now due to the missing the Tampa show. But I think that Hollow Wicked, he's not the guy to put the belt on because, for one thing, when you're the champion, you gotta kind of hype the show up. You know, you gotta stink the crowd at the show. and Hollow Wicked doesn't talk. So I see Eddie Kingston retaining here and then probably losing to Green Ant the next show.
I agree. I think he's going to lose to Green Ant the following show because they built up the feud, and Green Ant got the win over him at one of their recent shows. I can't remember which one.
I think it was the first show. No, second show of the year.
Second show of the year? Yeah.
First show.
First show of the year, yeah.
First show of the year, yeah.
They made him tap out to the Cloverleaf. So we're putting over Green Ant pretty big. I don't want to see him as champion just because I don't think he's ready, and not that he's bad, but he's part of the colony, and I don't see the colony standing. I feel like they're a unit, and one standing out with a singles title is a little weird to me. I think they're better as a trio, and them splitting up sucks, and I hate that. But I see Kingston going over here and then losing to Green Ant.
Okay.
Hollow Wicked, he does not really need the belt. That doesn't mean he's not going to win. And plus, they want to get off Kingston, but I see Kingston retaining because they just want to get through till he loses to Green Ant.
Okay.
But I do see him losing. I see him winning this.
Wait, you've read it multiple times. Okay. Noah?
I have to disagree with both of you. I think that after watching the Green Ant Kingston match, I felt like Green Ant wasn't actually going to win the belt either way. I think that Chikara's sick of Kingston after he pulled that stunt. Yeah. I think that they put Hollow Wicked. I don't know if there's a storyline going in, but I think they put Hollow Wicked in this match because they knew that he's the guy that they could put the belt on. I'm going with Hollow Wicked because I never thought that Green Ant would win it anyway. So, Hollow Wicked.
I would prefer they do that. I would like to see Hollow Wicked win because he deserves it and he's really good and he's been around a long time and he's not won a whole lot of tangible things like Ultra Mantis hasn't either. But they won the King Trios, so...
Yep. Oh, he was a former Campeonatos de Perez and Cybernetico Bueno and a Young Lions.
Well, way to prove me completely.
Yeah, so he's actually a grand champion. So if he wins the belt, he'll be have completed the whole thing. He'll be.
I feel like
Alex wouldn't hurt him to lose.
I feel like Alex knows more and can have more encyclopedic knowledge of Chikara history with me seeing more of Chikara than you. So it doesn't make sense.
That is why.
Where the hell do you get the results from?
Exactly. You just go on Wikipedia and read everything that ever happened.
Wrestling is part of my life. That is why I will be the strong style champion.
Ooh,
yeah. Calling you out. All right, let's switch gears here now to which will be taking place on Saturday night, which is Dragon Gate USA Night 1, which will be Open the Ultimate Gate, I believe.
I cannot keep any of the names of the shows of the belts straight.
Okay, well, I'm pretty good with those. First match will be a six-man match, whatever. We have Chuck Taylor, Eric Cannon, Jigsaw, Tony Nese, Fire Ant, and Shane Strickland.
Not Shane Storm.
Yeah. Strickland Propane? No. King of the Hill, anyone?
Well, if we're just going to jump into it, I am going to choose Chuck Taylor.
I wish.
I predicted that he would lose his first match the night prior in Evolve.
I predicted to lose every freaking match.
And also,
I can't do that.
Chuck Taylor is decently down the card in his next match. I guess not that far, but I feel like a win would help make sense for the next night.
Yep.
Chuck Taylor.
I gotta go with Chucky T too. He's the only really credible guy on this match. Like the only guy that's really like a big time player in Dragon Gate USA and Evolve in this match. I expect this match to be fun. I mean, 6-man matches in Dragon Gate are always kind of pretty fun. So I expect this. I expect Chuck Taylor to win here.
I didn't really know who to pick this match. I want Chuck Taylor to win, but I don't think he's a guy they really want to put over. I was looking at who they want to push, who would get the biggest rub from this. Potentially, I'm going with Nese because he's kind of the guy they want to push right now, in my opinion.
Okay. Next up, we have the Super Smash Brothers taking on Ita and a, quote, secret weapon that Shima is bringing in from, I believe, New Dragon Gate in Japan. We have no idea who it is. I'm thinking maybe it's either a new guy or an old guy.
One of the two.
Yeah, well.
Not a medium guy.
But I'm kind of thinking maybe Bidoy or something, but I don't know who is in Shima's stable.
Is he going to be a rookie or a veteran? I'm sorry.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I have Ita and the secret weapon going over here to help build up their credibility leading into the main event of Night 2.
Okay. Gotta agree with you there. Yeah. Not much else to say.
Yeah.
I agree. Ita, secret weapon.
Noah would not go for this bet because I'm not willing to bet anything. Alex was willing to bet, but you're not. I'm betting all my points. If the Shockmaster is the secret weapon, I get all of the points.
Yeah, if he's not.
No, I'm not willing to bet that. I'm not betting. That's why I'm not betting.
No, but That's
I'm not
the
betting.
bet.
I'm not
You won't
betting.
take that bet.
Yeah, I know you won't.
Whoever the secret weapon is, I think he wins because they're going to be in the sixth man
Exactly.
and they're going to put him over. Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Brian Kendrick taking on Rich Swann. This would be pretty cool, I think. Be interesting to see like these two. Well, Brian Kendrick, I don't know how much of a high flyer he is nowadays, but Rich Swann, you know, he's amazing. If you guys have not seen Rich Swann wrestle, he is probably one of the top 5 high flyers in the world.
Yeah.
You know, he's great. And a very, very young guy. I think he's only like 21 years old or something, 22 years old.
He's young.
Yeah, he's a young dude.
Young and black.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Can't beat that.
Both
Yeah,
of those things.
Cannot beat
Which is
that.
why I have the young black guy, Rich Swann, winning against
He wins
Brian.
because he's black. Over, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, he is young too. If he was old and
Yeah.
black, it'd be a different story.
Oh my.
Yeah, but I think this would be a great match. I mean, this is probably going to have a really cool... I've already seen some nice high flying from both these guys.
Yeah, I have to agree. Kendrick has no business winning this match. He might win. He very well might win this match. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't win.
No.
So I'm going to go with Swann. It would be smart for Swann to win. Swann is my pick.
Okay?
Okay, I have a question. Second show, who's Kendrick facing? Is it Chuck Taylor?
Yes.
I have to change my pick. I'm gonna pick Kendrick here.
That's a good...
Because
Right.
I think Chuck Taylor has to win on the next show, and I
Okay.
picked him not to win anything. And so I think Kendrick goes over here. Swann, no problem losing. Also, it's one of Kendrick's first singles match back in drag.
No, he had a title shot with Johnny Gargano at the California show.
Oh, he had a title shot,
Yes.
which I did not pay attention to. But anyway, either way, he's kind
right here,
of
man.
got an encyclopedia.
I'm like the Mike Tenay of this group.
Yeah, except you can't pronounce Japanese names.
Yeah, okay, you got me there. You got
So
me there.
So you are like
Exactly, yeah.
Are you the Taz then?
I don't know.
I wouldn't-
Okay.
that's
Do you want to label yourself then?
Hell no.
Next matchup, we have Sami
I
Callihan.
picked Kendrick for the record.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's go.
Next up, we have Sami Callihan taking on the returning Uhaa Nation. This match is going to be awesome. These are two great wrestlers. Big fan of Sami Callihan, big fan of Uhaa Nation. This was a tough one to pick. I mean, this is a really, really tough one. But I got to go with my man, Uhaa Nation. I mean, I'm a big fan of Uhaa Nation, and I think that Gabe sees big money potential in Uhaa Nation, so I see him going over here, especially because he just came back. So,
Yeah, I think that, honestly, that's a great pick. Uhaa coming back. This is going to be his match. Well, he's supposed to come back for the Evolve show, so if he does have a match for that show, I think he's going to win that, and then the next night he's going to lose to Sami. But, given that, I totally think that it would make sense for him to win against Sami and them have a title feud if Sami wins the Evolve title.
And actually, I'll touch upon
Sami.
why I picked Sami not to win this match in the next show, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah,
I went with Callahan. They could have Uhaa get the big win to come back because they do really want to push him. They definitely see big things from him, as do we.
Yeah,
fair to say.
Dude, Uhaa Nation is my man. I love Uhaa Nation.
He's a beast.
Big fan of him.
He's a very athletic for a guy his size. Very strong too.
I think he's probably more athletic than Willie Mack, and Willie Mack's a very agile guy for his size, man.
So I'm just gonna go Sami because you can lose to Sami and still have an awesome match and show everybody that you're up there.
Okay.
Agreed.
So,
next up, we have another match that was really hard to pick, and this is going to be a great match as well. Akira Tozawa versus Ricochet. This is going to be insane. I don't know if these guys have ever had a match together, have they? One-on-one?
Sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Holy crap, man! This is a great match. I cannot wait for this match. Expect just craziness here, but I see Ricochet picking up the win here because I see him losing in the Evolve tournament. So I think that this would be a great way to get his win back, and then next night Tozawa gets his win back, so it kind of balances out. But Ricochet, I think, getting the win here to kind of, and also help to kind of build up that six-man match the following night of the main event. So Ricochet is my pick for this match.
I went with Tozawa because he's facing Shingo the next night, and I think I don't know. I think he's going to want to have momentum going into that big match with Shingo. I think because of my pick later on, I have to pick Tozawa.
Okay.
Because of the match next night.
I have to go with Tozawa also. I think I picked that just because of his match the next night with Shingo. We're talking about, if you guys don't know who Shingo is, he's pretty much either the biggest name or the second biggest name
Probably
in
second.
DGUSA.
I'd say Shima or Doya.
Shima's the biggest name.
It's he's right in the top 3.
Shingo too. Those are the
but
3.
He's one of those guys that's kind of like a special attraction. You're not going to see a lot of Shingo in the States, I don't think. So I think Tozawa's going to get a big win on night 1 to build up to the big match the next night.
Yeah.
So
I think that to do more as over as Tozawa is. I think that to do more building and make him credible for the next night against Shingo was my thinking.
Okay. Yeah, it could go either way. That's always a good pick. Next up, we have Samurai Del Sol taking on John Davis. Really a contradiction here. We got John Davis, a big, massive guy, taking on Samurai Del Sol, a very
kind of guy.
agile dude. He's a freaking midget, man.
But he can fly.
Dude, he's one of the
midget could kick your ass.
Dude, he's a freaking amazing. He does stuff that I have never seen possible in wrestling before.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. I see John Davis going over here because I think with John Davis losing the Evolve tournament, I think he's gonna be coming out here just with a big ass mean streak, and he's just gonna. I think he's gonna brutalize Samurai Del Sol and maybe like I don't want to say squash him, but he's just gonna really try to hurt him. And I don't think Samurai Del Sol is gonna get the win here. I think John Davis is gonna get it.
I agree. I think this is going to be like a kind of match you said, just a match where Samurai's bumping everywhere, and he still looks good, but like decent length match, but kind of one-sided.
Yeah, a semi-squash.
Yeah, semi-squash is what I would say.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Davis here.
Okay.
I went with Del Sol. This is supposed to be a grudge match, so I don't really. This
is a grudge
paying
match?
attention. It was labeled as something like that.
Jeez.
So
It was. Yeah, you're right.
So I don't know if they've had a feud
Shows
or
how
anything.
much we've been watching.
So if they have, I assume that Davis has got the best of it. I'm going to go with Del Sol. Davis doesn't have a match tomorrow to make up for anything or to lead up to anything, so I'm assuming that Del Sol's the guy they're trying to push. Del Sol's my pick.
Yeah, that is weird. I'm pretty sure have
well, since I picked Davis as my Evolve champion, I'm not going to have him lose on the next show.
Okay.
So.
All right. Next, and then we have one of the 2 main events for night 1. We have Shima and AR Fox defending the Open the Twin Gate. Is it the Open the United Gate tag team titles?
United Gate.
The United Gate tag team titles against the mother effing Young Bucks. This is going to be
crazy,
insane. Oh my! This is a match worth paying to see.
Shit, dude.
This is gonna the Young Bucks, the greatest team in wrestling today. No exception.
Agreed.
Shima, the biggest name in Dragon Gate.
AR Fox, one of, if not the best high flyer in the world.
One of the best high flyers.
Definitely one of the best.
Definitely in the top 5, man. He is insane. This is going to be a car crash on ecstasy.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
You ever see a car crash on ecstasy? It's wild, man. It is wild. I'm just kidding.
You better strap in, boys.
Who's your pick?
I got to go with Shima and AR Fox only because they won the titles back in July, and they haven't really defended them at all because I think Shima was away in Japan, so they haven't really had any title defenses. So I don't see them losing this early on, especially because they're trying to build AR Fox up as a big guy. So I don't see them losing quite yet, even though I definitely see the Young Bucks as the next champions down the road. But I got to go with Shima and AR Fox.
I have to agree with you. I'm going to go with Shima and AR Fox. I think AR Fox is a guy that they really want to get over, and having Shima by your side, there's really not much of a better way to go about it.
It worked for Ricochet.
Exactly, and like you said, this match is going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. Dusty Rhodes, if you're watching, you better have your muffler in because it's going to be crazy. My muffler fell out.
Big Jenna.
I wish Dusty Rhodes commentated like every match. I'm going to be honest.
Be a lot of bicycle kicks.
Dusty, okay, that's a side note. But Dusty always made matches more fun for me. You know he's terrible.
Get to what's your pick?
Agreed. Shima, AR Fox, because they are the champs. Young Bucks are new. I could see the Young Bucks going over because they're a huge name, especially on the indie scene. They're the guys right now. They go over and have a surprise, but Dragon Gate, I think they put their own over here.
Yep.
I
wouldn't be surprised if you see that.
Would not be surprised, no.
And then the main event. Oh my God, man. This is a match that is definitely deserving of WrestleMania weekend. Johnny Gargano defending his Open the Freedom Gate Championship against the one, the only, Shingo.
Whew, I'm excited.
I gotta tell you, man, I had like a mini panic attack when I heard this match, and I was like, oh my God.
Every time I see Shingo's face, even in a picture for him, I have a panic attack. I'm like, oh my God, Shingo, please.
Johnny Gargano is gonna have the fight of his life in this match. This is just gonna be, this is gonna be spectacular. There's no doubt in my mind. This is gonna be probably the best match one of the best matches of the weekend. This is going to blow away expectations.
Has potential to be the best. Potential.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be, but has the potential.
I think a lot of people don't realize how good this match is going to be. Yeah. We're talking about Gargano is a guy that, even though he's the title holder in DGUSA, I still feel, as far as the indies go, he's underrated.
Oh, he's definitely underrated.
Yeah.
Plus,
absolutely.
you're taking on Shingo, who is a guy that people have kind of forgotten about. He's been in Japan, and he hasn't been over here putting on great matches. But honestly, this, I believe, is going to be Gargano's best match in his title reign, maybe his best match ever.
I think his best match.
This is going to be huge. Yeah. I think this is going to have that big match feel, which is something that Gargano's matches have been lacking a little bit.
Yeah.
I am going to go with Gargano, but I think this is going to be awesome.
I have Gargano. This I think is going to what's going to help. This weekend is going to solidify Johnny Gargano as the guy in Dragon Gate USA. He's going to he's beaten almost everyone in Dragon Gate USA right now, and I think when he beats Shingo, it's just going to be this moment like finally Johnny Gargano is the guy in Dragon Gate USA. He's finally reached the pinnacle of what it means to be the top guy in Dragon Gate USA. So Johnny Gargano going over, no question.
Yeah, I'm going Gargano. A whole lot of it, like you said, he's the champion, but he's kind of been disrespected. And part of his whole thing is like, he's the champion. And he's held it for like over a year.
Over a year, yeah.
And he's still not getting a whole lot of recognition. People still aren't quite. People are still kind of split. I think Gargano's the man.
Absolutely,
man.
But this match is designed to make no doubt that Gargano is the man in this match.
Okay.
Putting him against Shingo, having Shingo beat the hell out of him, and have him overcome that is just going to get him over so much. And Gargano, I'm looking so forward to this.
Me too.
And I do want to mention that I feel like Shingo is kind of underrated in his own right.
Yeah, I
agree.
In America, at least. I mean, I can't remember a match that I've seen where it was bad.
No,
he's great.
The matches in ROH.
His match with
Takeshi
Morishima, that match was expected to be
pretty good.
Kind of a filler match.
Yeah.
No one expected to be that great.
Awesome.
Awesome match. Go out of your way to see it.
Shingo versus Davey Richards from Dragon Gate.
His match with Davey Richards, his match with Danny Bryan, great matches. But that's all for that match. Okay, next up we got Dragon Gate USA Night 2, which will be taking place on Sunday before WrestleMania at 1 o'clock. This will be Mercury Rising, I believe it is. I
think you're right.
Yeah, we have the first match, which will be Tony Nese taking on Fire Ant. I'm not really familiar with Tony Nese much at all. I haven't seen many of his matches, but I see him going over here just because I think that Fire Ant's one of those guys that that Dragon Gate USA doesn't really book that much, so why give him a win over a guy you can book more? So I just see Tony Nese winning here.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I think Tony Nese fits in with the Evolve. He's been there before, and I think he fits in with what DGUSA is trying to do. Tony Nese is my pick.
Okay.
I'm going with Nese. He actually seems to be more over in CZW right now than anything.
No
I don't watch CZW really.
No one does.
No, some
no
people
one here
do.
does. No.
Some people do, but from what I've seen, little CZW looks like Nese is going to be put over. So definitely Fire Ants are CHIKARA talent. They're going to put over Nese here. I will almost guarantee.
Okay. Next up, we have the Super Smash Bros. Taking on Sami Callihan and Eric Cannon of the DUF. I see the Smash Bros. Going over here, and this is what I was talking about earlier about like Sami Callihan winning the Evolve title but then losing. I think this might be the moment where he finally snaps and just beats the hell out of Eric Cannon and finally like disavows the DUFs and kind of goes on his own, like he's tired of being held back. And I think this might be like the breaking point, like where he finally like is tired. He's gonna like make his own path. So that's what I think might be happening with this match. And plus, it gives the Smash Bros. A big win finally over WrestleMania or Mania weekend because they lost it. I have them losing to Ita and the Secret Weapon and the Young Bucks the nights before. So that's my logic.
Yeah, I agree with that. With the Super Smash Brothers going over, I think that Callahan's gonna win both nights before this, and then lose this match and blame Cannon. Feel like he's more of a singles guy, and he proved it the nights before.
Okay.
I'm going with SSB.
Okay.
SSB for the reasons Noah said.
Okay. Next up, we have Brian Kendrick taking on Chuck Taylor, and I guess what is again they're going to building up as a grudge match. Don't really know what to expect for this one. I expect we can see a little bit of comedy in this match because I think both guys are pretty funny dudes. But I hopefully get down to some serious wrestling because I think both guys are pretty good workers, especially Chuck Taylor, great worker. I actually have Chuck Taylor going over here just because I think that he deserves a big win over WrestleMania weekend. Not going to do very well in the Evolve tournament. Not getting a big win on night 1. So I think this will be the kind of like his big win and his big moment for Mania weekend.
I'm going with Taylor as well, just because I was split, because I think Kendrick's going to win one of his 2 matches. It's like, which one?
Yeah.
I don't see him losing both. So I'm going with Chucky T to win this one, just for that fact. Not very good reasoning, but no.
Yeah, this is my... I went with Chuck Taylor also. I think this is kind of a match that he needs to win. I don't think that Kendrick has any business winning matches in any of these cards anyway. I'm sure he might. I didn't pick him to, but
he might, yeah.
I'm going to go with Chuck Taylor. I don't think that Kendrick belongs, so I'm going to go with Taylor.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Next up, we have a fray match with ladders are legal, so expect some crazy spots and just madness here. And take a look at the guys we got listed in this match already signed to appear. Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks, A.R. Fox, please A.R. Fox do not die. Samurai Del Sol, please Samurai Sol do not die. Uhaa Nation, please don't injure yourself again. Christine Von Erie, please don't kill yourself. And Facade, who I don't know about. This is just
He's the most likely to kill himself.
Okay, well we got a lot of potential suicides here in this match. This is gonna be. I said about the SEMA AR Fox Bucks match was gonna be like a car crash on ecstasy. This is gonna be like probably like a 20 car crashes on ecstasy.
Wow, it's gonna be 20 times.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be crazy.
I guarantee you, someone's gonna do something ridiculously stupid, and just it's gonna be madness.
It's gonna be dangerous.
Oh yeah. I see Uhaa Nation going over here because again, big win, needs to have that moment, and I think that this Mania weekend is gonna be his year to like shine and show Uhaa Nation's back in full force. So,
I also picked Uhaa Nation because I felt like the night before he would lose his match.
Yeah.
This is his return. I feel like this would be a great way to win in a match that's got a bunch of multiple guys. You're not pinning anybody.
Well, no,
I guess you are.
It's pinfall eliminations.
Okay, so it's an elimination match.
Yes, it's all elimination.
That. Oh. Either way, I still think that Uhaa is going to win. I think this is going to be his big win. Even though he loses to Sammy the night before, I think he's going to come back the next night and beat all these guys and prove that he's ready for the title.
Uhaa smash.
Uhaa.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have really good logic, but I'm going to go against you. I'm going to go with Samurai Del Sol.
Okay.
He doesn't need to win it. Like, Uhaa probably needs to win more now that I think about it. I'm still going to stick with Samurai Del Sol because I had him losing the previous night, and this is his kind of match. So, going in, I was looking, like, I didn't even... What stood out to me when I see ladders is Samurai and AR Fox stood out to me. Yeah. So that's probably what I'm thinking. Okay. I'm just going to go Samurai, though. Okay. I'm not going to switch now.
Next up, we have one of the 2 big main events for this night, which is another match we are looking forward to big time. Shingo taking on Akira Tozawa. You want to talk about 2 hard-hitting guys. Tozawa is a hard-hitting SOB. And he's probably pretty crazy, too.
A little bit, yeah.
He's friends with Kevin Steen. You gotta be a little crazy to be friends with Kevin Steen.
Yeah.
You know, and just this is gonna be brutal, stiff, hard hitting. This one was difficult. I had Shingo, but I gotta go with Akira Tozawa. I just think that Akira Tozawa kind of needs that win. I think because he hasn't really had a big win in his career recently. You know, we thought maybe he was gonna win the belt from Johnny Gargano way back in July. I think this is the moment where Akira Tozawa takes the big win and beats Shingo. I just have a feeling it's going to be Tozawa's night.
I got to disagree with you there. I had his big win the night prior.
Yeah.
I think that his win the night prior was to build up to make this match feel more important. I think Shingo's going to win this match. We've already seen Tozawa in a title match, so I don't think that that's where they're heading. I don't think winning against Shingo, I don't think they're going to try and put him back against Gargano.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this is a way to put Shingo over as one of these crazy, menacing guys after he loses to Gargano, a guy that they can bring back to the States and put him in any kind of match they want.
Okay.
Shingo's my pick.
All right, I agree with that because I think the crowd wants to see Shingo win at least one of his matches. And a lot of these matches, to me, have a lot of the bearing on these matches comes from the previous night. And what happened the previous night.
Gonna be
tough.
So I don't see Shingo losing because I'm picking Gargano. I don't see Shingo losing twice. I'm going Shingo because Tozawa gets a big win the previous night.
Okay. Yeah, that was a tough one. I originally had Shingo, but I gotta go Tozawa. I want Tozawa to win. Next up, we have the main event, which is a Dragon Gate 6-man match. Traditional Dragon Gate 6-man. Right. We have Team Shima, which is Shima, Ita, and the Secret Weapon.
The Shockmaster.
Yes, taking on Team Johnny Gargano.
No, that's not
with
true.
Johnny
Don't believe that. Sorry.
Thank you. With Team Johnny Gargano, Rich Swann. So we get Ronan back. Ronan, baby. Rich Swann and Ricochet. This match is going to be insane. These Dragon Gate 6-man matches never disappoint. I've never seen one that was like less than 4 stars.
They're always good.
Yeah, this should be awesome.
This is gonna be awesome.
Like you said.
This is where I think was gonna be really difficult because like the added stipulation is the man who gets the pin gets a title shot. So I can see it go many ways. I can see Shima getting the win and taking on Johnny Gargano, which would be a pretty cool match, which I really want to see. But I got to go with Johnny Gargano's team winning, just because I think it's going to kind of usher in that new era of the new. These are the new faces of Dragon Gate. These are the guys of Dragon Gate USA's future, and I actually will see Ricochet getting the pin here, because then that way they have a Johnny Gargano Ricochet match. Because Ricochet is kind of teasing, like he had a promo against Johnny. It's like, oh Johnny, you can go in the match without me, with me and win, or you can go against me and you're going to lose or whatever. So I think they're kind of going to do a nice little feud between those two. So I got to go with Team Johnny Gargano winning.
See, based on that, I think that's more reason for dissent and a loss by that team than anything. But that has no bearing on my prediction. I'm going the team of Shima, Ita, and the Secret Weapon, whoever it may be, because I feel Shima is going to get the pin. He's going to be the next champion. He's going to be the guy to beat Gargano.
Wow.
That's kind of a lot of the buzz going. Shima wins also because I feel they're more of the traditional Dragon Gate team. Put them over on the main event of the Dragon Gate show, even though it's USA.
Okay.
I'm going Team Shima.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I mean, I put Gargano, Swann, and Ricochet over pretty well over this weekend.
Right, those guys you are.
I got to go with Team Shima. I think that Gargano winning or retaining the title the night previous, I really don't see. He's probably going to have to go balls to the wall to beat Shingo, obviously.
Yeah.
So to come out the next night in what's going to be a crazy match, I don't think that they're going to win. I'm going to go with Team Shima. I'm not sure who's going to be the #1 contender. You're probably right with Shima. But that's going to be sweet. Definitely worth watching. Team Shima's my pick.
Yep.
Right.
All right. And now we have a very special thing, which is the New Japan Pro Wrestling Invasion Attack pay-per-view, which will be airing
looks really good
on Sunday.
Awesome.
But now I'm not an expert on New Japan talent, so we're going to take it over to Justin, who will now be leading it in a flash cut in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
And we're back. Yeah. Flash cut. Magic of editing.
That was quick.
Magic of editing.
Yeah, we got Nightcrawler action over here.
I don't know what that means, and nobody else does either. But
X-Men.
Time splitters.
Oh, it's Kurt Wagner.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Kurt Wagner.
Anyway, to the wrestling that's going to be, I didn't know much about this show, but then once I saw the card, I was like, wow, I knew Tanahashi versus Okada was going to happen based on the New Japan Cup, and I was like, I'm sold based on that match. Yeah. Then I'm looking at some of these other matches, which we're going to get into, including the first match, which is the Time Splitters versus Apollo 55, the team of Prince Devitt and Ryusuke Taguchi.
For the IWGP Junior
Heavyweight Championship, Tag Team Championship.
I hate to interrupt, but I wanted to say that this card that we're about to get into might be the best one of the weekend.
I agree.
I'm most excited for this match quality-wise.
I will say right now also, thank you New Japan Pro Wrestling for putting Time Splitters and Apollo 55 in the opener and not the traditional 8-man matches. Thank you for finally listening to the fans and putting something really good for your opener. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
Let's get right. Let's do it.
Well, the Time Splitters, this team, we've just been talking about how this team has been improving so much, leaps and bounds all the time. Shelley is probably one of our favorite guys.
He's a Detroit guy. What's not to like about him?
Such an underrated U.S. worker.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right, him and Kushida have really gelled as a team. Then they're going up against a team of Devitt and Taguchi, who are just unstoppable, good talent. They had a good singles match against each other recently. Wrestle Kingdom, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wrestle Kingdom.
No.
No,
Yeah.
no. It was New Beginnings, wasn't it?
Oh, New Beginnings.
Yes,
You're
it was
right,
New
right,
Beginnings. Yes.
Right. Anyway, this is gonna be maybe the best match of the time. They've had some great matches, no question, with Forever Hooligans, great series of matches. But you put Devitt in there, Devitt's just
Gonna kick it up a notch.
yeah.
Definitely.
Bam.
They've had many during the New Japan Cup. They had several 6-man tags, and I was most impressed by the interaction between Devitt and Shelley. So they're having. We forgot to mention they're having
Yes.
a title match the night before,
I think it's 2 nights before.
or 2 nights,
Yeah,
whatever it
whatever.
is,
I forgot about that.
for
The IWGP
Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Yes,
which will be awesome. And
that is
I'm
a
gonna
that is a
find
dream
that.
match.
I really wish I could watch that.
I'm gonna
match.
seek that out and find it. So anyway, this match, really looking at this is gonna be a really like gangbusters type opener. This is gonna be a perfect opener here. I'm going with the Time Splitters to retain, just because Apollo 55, they're not a regular tag team really as much as the Time Splitters. I think they want to put the Time Splitters more over here. Maybe continue a feud with Shelley and Devitt. That would be
that'd be
amazing. Yeah, but I love both these teams, and I'm going with Time Splitters though.
awesome. Time Splitters as well, retaining.
Yeah, I got to go with the Time Splitters. Just because not only are they just kind of gelling together, but also Apollo 55, those guys are just too good. They don't belong as a team
Yeah,
anymore.
I agree.
It's time for those guys to be on their own.
I
They're
agree.
great.
I think we
Time
might be
Splitters.
seeing a Prince Devitt Tanahashi.
Possibly Prince Devitt heel turn.
Yes.
Wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, I think so.
Would not hate that.
No, that'd be good.
Yeah, Devitt and Tanahashi had a match recently. It was good, not blowaway, but it was really good. Okay, into the match I'm least looking forward to. I think
Yeah,
it's really great.
yeah.
At least it's number
The
2.
dream,
Yeah.
the dream team.
It is number 2, all right.
Yes. At least it's not the opener. It's like poop. Yeah, it's like poop. Yeah, that's funny. That's very
Number
funny,
2.
Alex. This is usually like exactly their opener type match.
Yeah,
With a few guys switched around.
It looks the same from every show.
Yeah, we've got the dream team here of Akibono, Tenzan, who is way too good for this match, Nakanishi, who's too good for this match, but he's always in this match.
A timeout. What the fuck did Nakanishi
We say
do?
this every time.
I gotta know. I got to know. What did Nakanishi do to
He
deserve
must
this
have
treatment?
killed somebody's mom or
I mean,
something.
really,
I mean,
honestly.
Jesus.
What-
He's good.
What did the niche do to deserve this treatment? The guy
There
can
was
go.
like an Akimoto with super strong
know.
machine.
Really, dude? I mean, when you get to the show and you see you're tagged up with Aki Bono,
He's like over, kind
my
of.
God, just send him over to ROH. We'll take him. I know you hate him. Just give us the niche. What the hell?
Anyway,
We want the niche.
free niche, because I know
Free niche.
I know they're keeping niche in a cage in between shows, only letting him out for these horrible tag team matches.
Unacceptable.
Please free him.
Jesus, okay.
Anyway, Super Strong Machine is the 4th guy in this match, and he is something else. And I can't even continue. Super Strong Machine. I was not impressed with what I saw of him.
Just get the
Right, over the New Japan Cup, I'm not impressed with this match in general. Versus the Team of Chaos, Iizuka Ishii, I don't know if it's Ishii or Ishii, we were debating that. He's good though, and Yoshihashi and Bob Sapp, who's not in Chaos, he's just in there.
He's just in there.
He's just terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know or care who wins this. I'm going to go with Team Tenzan because Tenzan is the most over guy. Nakanishi deserves some kind of win here.
I gotta go with the niche as well.
The niche.
I went with the niche and Tenzan just because Tenzan does. What the fuck is he doing in this match?
This is
Anyway,
This is like he's looking at the card. He's like, "What? I heard Kojima's in the fucking NWA Championship
I
match
mean, this is
later."
the boggle of all matches. Just
And
bloop.
Tenzan's looking at the card, and he's
Give
like,
it to niche.
"Yeah," and he's just like, well,
Okay,
Spider
we're
Girl.
losing people.
"Yeah, I'm sure." But anyway, next we have El Terrible. I hope his name doesn't mean that he's horrible in the ring. I've never seen him
yeah,
wrestle.
really.
He's just a terrible person.
He's a force to be reckoned with. And Tamatonga versus La Mascara and Valiente for the CMLL Tag Team Championship. Is it their main?
I believe it's their tag team championship.
Their Tag Team Championship. So I'm going with El Terrible and Tamatonga to retain.
Yep.
I don't really know a whole lot about these teams, but it's cool to see the CMLL Championship being defended on a New Japan show. Clash of Styles here. You got the Lucha on the Japan show. Always cool to see that kind of thing. I'm going with the champs to retain.
I'm going with the champs to retain as well. I've never seen CML and LL or whatever. And every time I see it, I think of that country music channel, CMT or whatever.
Okay.
I'm going with El Terrible and Tama Tonga just because Tonga is also in New Japan. I feel like that would be a nice crossover. Okay, that's my
Makes sense. CMLL is pretty good. That's where Mystico Sin Cara, who now isn't very good, but he was awesome in CMLL, so watch his matches there.
Mystico's a lot better than Sin Cara.
Yes. Next we have Masato Tanaka and Takahashi. Don't remember his first name. It's not written down. Versus Togi Makabe and Hanma. Don't remember his first name offhand either. But here's a match that's kind of middle of the card, but we got some good. Masato Tanaka is really fun. Yeah. I love him as a heel, as a leader. He's the leader. Well, not the leader, but he's in kind of the manager mouthpiece for Suzuki Gun, for the KES Killer Elite Squad.
Yes, I thought you. Isn't that Michinoku?
Oh my god.
It is Taka.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Yeah.
I mixed this up twice. Some my new Daniel Bryan. Okay. Tanaka and Taka are two different people.
Yes. Okay.
This is Masato Tanaka. Oh my god.
Just get through it.
Alright.
Masato Tanaka
faced Mike Awesome a lot of times, and oh my god, I mixed them up twice, that's why I did it. And Takahashi versus Mike Abe at Onma. I'm going with Masato Tanaka, former ECW wrestler, and Takahashi. Makabe's the guy they're kind of pushing. Hanma, I haven't seen a whole lot of. So I'm going with the team, Takahashi and Tanaka.
I agree with him.
Yep.
I'll agree with that one.
I deeply apologize to Masato and Taka Michinoku.
Yes.
I agree with them. I don't know who Hanma is, so I assume that he wouldn't go over.
I deserve to be.
I went with the names I recognized.
I deserve to be drawn and quartered for that. Two guys I definitely know who they are. I'm sorry. Minoru Suzuki versus Toru Yano. This is going to be the heel battle of the century here.
It's going to be fun.
Oh yeah.
These guys are just like, you kind of...
They're assholes.
Yeah. I love to hate Suzuki. I kind of just hate Yano, but again, he's that heel. He maybe brings it out in me because he's so good at what he does. He's definitely good at being a heel. I'm going to go with Minoru because Toru Yano got put over a little bit in the New Japan Cup, won a couple matches there. Mm-hmm. Suzuki's a guy I think they should put back in the title picture, so I think he should get the win here.
I see Suzuki winning as well. I think they're going to build up like Suzuki getting a win and then maybe even challenging for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship down the road again.
I got to go with Suzuki. I think he's their top heel. Yeah, I think this is just going to be the match to prove it.
Okay.
Next we have Hiroki Goto and Yuji Nagata versus the team of Laughter 7. Don't know what that name comes from, but it is
makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's Shibata and Sakuraba, a team I've been saying every time I really like.
They're awesome.
The MMA influenced team versus Nagata, who's got a lot of kicks, MMA influence himself, and Goto, who's consistently the guy who should be pushed but isn't quite at that level. This match kind of a pick'em for me. I went with Goto and Nagata against maybe my instinct, just because Shibata and Sakuraba are their team, but I think they want to give continue Goto's momentum. I think they want to push him. Nagata hasn't won in a while. This is kind of a crowd. I'm picking a crowd-pleasing victory for Goto and Nagata.
That's exactly what I did. I picked Goto and Nagata, even though I would rather see Laughter 7 win. I think Nagata gets put over more than he should. I think he's a little bit, I don't want to say he's past his prime, but he doesn't sell for anybody. I'm going to go with Goto and Nagata, but I wish the other team would win.
I'm going to go with Laughter 7 because I just think, I saw the Goto, and like it was someone, who was the guy with New Beginnings who was teaming with Goto, and who else was it? Was it the same teams?
Goto and did he team? I don't remember.
Okay, whatever. I remember Goto won the last time he faced up against Laughter 7, so I think this is gonna be Laughter 7's like kind of like revenge. They win the match here, and then maybe we see a rubber match or something like that. But I gotta go with Laughter 7. I think they're just too damn good.
Okay, next we have for the NWA World Championship. We have the Con Man, Rob Conway. I haven't seen him in a while.
No.
I didn't miss him.
Versus Kojima. So this is whole invasion thing. NWA is invading,
and All Japan Pro Wrestling is it too, isn't it?
Yeah, they got a couple invading forces.
And the CML
is on the show level, but
not just an NWA.
This is for the NWA title. They cut a pretty cool. Like I wasn't majorly excited for this. I saw a cool promo. The NWA president cut like a heel promo against New Japan, saying for all you that don't speak English or whatever, I'm gonna speak slowly or whatever. It was like a pretty good heel promo that got me excited. It was kind of basic, but it was cool to see a promoter, like main promoter guy behaving this way.
Only other heel promoter that's great is Paul Heyman.
Yeah, so I'm kind of interested to see this just because of the title on the line. I'm not a big fan of Conway, but I've heard he's underrated from various sources. Kojima I love, so this could be a sleeper, pretty good match. I'm not expecting anything blow away, but I'm picking Conway to retain.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Conway also. I don't see a title change happening. I think this match is going to be right around the 3-star to 3 1/4 star, which is kind of where Kojima's matches have been, which is fine with me. Conway's the winner.
That's been what's asked of him, really.
Conway's going to win this, no question. And they're not going to switch the title in Japan for the NWA.
Okay, now here's a match that maybe a while ago I wouldn't have been as excited for, but I saw their New Japan Cup match in round 2. The very end of round 1 was the last match on the show, and they had an amazing match. We have Shinsuke Nakamura defending his New Japan Intercontinental title against Davey Boy Smith Jr. Like I said, I don't think you guys saw the New Japan Cup match, but it was awesome. It was as good as it was, and it felt like a big match. It left room for this leading towards it. Davey Boy Smith got the win there. I think Nakamura gets his win back, but Davey Boy Smith continues to impress with a great singles performance against a top guy here. But I got to go with Shinsuke via the Bomaye to the face.
Gotta agree with you here. I'm going with Nakamura, the guy that claimed that he's going to defend his title all over the world. Davey Boy won, like you said. He's going to get his win back. Got to go with Nakamura here.
I got to go with Nakamura as well. I expect this to be a great match. I expect this might be the match that pushes Davey Boy to the point where he's a top, almost a top guy. I think. And I think maybe we might see Davey Boy Smith Jr. in a lot more promotions after this match, because I think a lot of people are going to be talking about it.
I hope so.
Let's see him back in the U.S.
But I think a lot of people don't. They haven't seen a lot of single stuff from him, and a lot of people didn't see that match he previously had with Nakamura, so they're going in kind of cold to this. But
they're about to be surprised, I think.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And oh my God,
it's time for the main event
Here we go, boys.
The evening. Kazuchika Okada, the winner of the New Japan Cup, going for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Hiroshi Tanahashi. This match,
this is the fifth match they've had together?
Fourth
match.
Title, I believe. Every match they've had has been at least 4 1/4 stars in my rating scale. I have been loving everything these guys just go together so naturally and so well. Both have been on fire. Tanahashi's been the man for so long. Okada's been the guy they've been slowly bringing up. They had that match at Wrestle Kingdom, which made me think Okada, he definitely could have gone over there and it would have been acceptable. Here, he definitely can go over, I think. As much as I'd love Tanahashi, I want to see a title change here. I think the Rainmaker is the future of New Japan. I think this match is going to have a lot of implications for the future of New Japan right here. I think Okada is going to be the guy to carry them. I think the time is right. I think the Rainmaker reigns supreme in this match, and I'm fully expecting this to blow me away because I gave their previous match 5 stars. So where to go from there, but it's a good starting point for another match, so Okada.
I got to go with Okada as well. I said it on the Wrestle Kingdom review that I thought that match at Wrestle Kingdom was one of the best matches I saw. It was amazing. It made me a huge New Japan fan, and I still am right now. And I just think that this match is going to top it. The only problem I had with that Wrestle Kingdom match was Okada didn't win. I thought the build-up time was right, but right now I'm like, this has to be the moment. This is the moment you put the belt back on Okada. No question, Okada wins this match.
I feel he has. He might not to. I feel he has to. Yeah, that's my opinion.
I'm also going to pick Okada. I think this is going to be an awesome match regardless, but it's going to be one of those matches where if Okada wins, it's going to put it over the top.
Exactly.
And I don't think a 5th match between these two where Okada isn't the champion is going to help. I think that Okada needs this. I don't think there's anywhere else to go from here but to put the belt on him. I'm picking Okada, and I think this might be the match of the weekend.
I agree.
Of the entire weekend.
That's saying a lot, but it's absolutely.
It's really a shame this isn't taking place in the New York, Jersey area. Really a shame, because I think this would have sold out in seconds.
Still,
yeah,
it's going to be worth watching.
Oh, absolutely,
tuning into.
Yeah, definitely.
These guys, their 3 previous matches for the title have all been amazing.
Yeah.
These guys both have amazing chemistry, amazing characters. I'm most looking forward to this.
All right. That wraps it up for WrestleMania preview.
Well, actually, we
Almost.
got our WrestleMania.
Actual
coming up.
WrestleMania, yeah.
Yes.
I apologize one more time to Masato Tanaka before we leave.
Okay.
See you next time.
All right. Subscribe, like, do all that. Take care, guys.